Welcome back. Well, it's a new trading day. Let's cross over to the trading floor for today's trading activities. And stockbroker with Capital Care, Andrew Tsaku, will update us on that. Good morning, Mr. Tsaku. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Now, how has the market woken up to the news of the resignation of the chairman of Diamond Bank and 3 other directors?
First and foremost, let me say that decision is internal to Diamond Bank. It hasn't particularly changed the momentum of trading, in that sector, so to say. Diamond Bank obviously had a whooping gain yesterday, but it's currently moderated in its price. And I don't think it's anything that you can correlate in a perfect manner to that resignation.
Reported heavy losses yesterday. Has that negative sentiment changed this morning?
Absolutely. We're beginning to see the market trying to find a rhythm into the positive territory. As we speak, it's about 2 basis points up. That doesn't quite sound fantastic, but at least it's an indication of being out of yesterday's woods. However, this is, of course, pretty early to say. I do think that the kind of decline we saw yesterday is not likely to permeate today's trading. At the moment, the market breadth also is positive. We've got gainers close to 10 as against 5 losers. So if this momentum, permeates the day, they will probably close in the positive territory.
Stocks are driving that sentiment this morning.
That's the nature of the market. You've got swings, highs, lows, negative, positive. It's normal, for any day. I think the major concern when people begin to think is so much the dimension of the change rather than just simply being negative or positive. However, as I am quick to always remark, the fundamentals of stocks, most stocks listed on the bourse, remain robust. I think there are good entry opportunities for investors to cash in. Prices are at about, year low levels. So for discerning investors, they keep their eyes on the ball, and there's much more to coast home with.
In the market, what are your buy recommendations for today and perhaps the rest of the week? The buy or sell recommendation, or perhaps hold?
Yeah, well, I usually would typically advise clients or investors to talk to their professional advisors, stockbrokers, as it were. But where am I looking at personally? I'm looking at the banking space, where we have seen a lot of diminution in values against the fundamental bearings of most of these stocks. So banking sector remains a space for me to look at. The industrial space also remains quite attractive, the likes of Danske, having dropped to the level of 200 naira. I think there's some, uptick potential in that space. And of course, if you look at the consumer space, quite a number of names there still look attractive.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Andrew Tsaku.